May 1st, 2023 to order. Please call the roll.
Counselor Hill.
Here.
Counselor Burge. Here. Counselor Walker.
Here.
Counselor Gozick.
Here.
Could I have a motion to approve the minutes of our April 17th, 2023 meeting? Counselor Gozick, Counselor Walker.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Is there any old business to come before this committee?
You're unplugged.
Seeing none, we'll go on to new business under communication. Looks like we're having some technical difficulties. Item number 1, the Zoning and Planning Office has received a request for use of public space from Richard Dietz, property owner of a single-family dwelling located at 100 West Mohawk Street, for use of public space to install a 4-foot high fence. Mr. McGann could not be here tonight, but he had no concerns with the request. There was a drawing in the packet, and he said it would not obstruct any view. It's at a 4-way stop. Any questions or concerns from the council? Okay. Could I have a motion, please? Counselor Burridge, Counselor Gozick.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Item number 2, the Zoning and Planning Office has received a request for use of public space from Helen Jackson, property owner of a single-family dwelling located at 219 West 7th Street, for the construction of an ADA ramp. Any questions or concerns from the council on this request? Okay. Could I have a motion, please? Counselor Walker, Counselor Gozick.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Item number 3, Timothy Rice, Commissioner of Public Works and Parks and Recreation, has received a request from the VFW Post 5885 in order to donate a memorial bench in honor of Alan Wood to be located in Veterans Park. This one's sort of personal to me. I tend to go to the VFW Friday nights, and we were actually there the evening that Alan passed away, and he was there. So it was a big shock to us, and I'm really happy to see that they received enough donations to make this happen. So I would ask for everyone's support on this. Alan was a great guy. Any questions or comments from the council?
I'd just like to second that. He was a neighbor, always a great guy, always waving at everybody driving by his house. So I'm glad that this came to be.
Excellent. Okay. All right, could I have a motion, please? Counselor Burridge, Counselor Walker.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Item number 4, the Office of Economic Development has received a request from Mercedes Neese, Executive Director of the H. Lee White Maritime Museum, regarding the H. Lee White Museum's Paddle Fest to be held on Saturday, July 15th, 2023. Any questions or concerns from the council on this one? Okay. Could I have a motion, please? Counselor Gozick, Counselor Walker.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Item number 5, the Office of Economic Development has received a request from Griffin Brady of Slyboot School to host a drum fest on Saturday, May 13th, 2023, from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Veteran Stage, as well as a waiver of the noise ordinance. I actually went to school with Griffin. He's been the artistic director of this organization for a long time. They actually bring in authentic musicians from all over the world. It's really, really very cool event, and I would encourage folks to get down there for it. It's going to be great. Any questions or concerns from the council? Counselor?
Yeah, did they invite Johnny Blatch? Is Johnny invited?
I am not sure.
I had to have that all invite him out. He's in my ward.
So, all right. Could I have a motion, please? Counselor Burridge, Counselor Gozick.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Item number 6, the Office of Economic Development has received a request from Gina Holsapple of Gina Marie Music Studio to host a recital on Wednesday, May 31st, 2023 at the Veteran Stage from 4 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., as well as a waiver of the noise ordinance. Any questions or concerns from the council on this request? Okay. Could I have a motion, please? Counselor Walker, Counselor Gozick.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Item number 7, the Office of Economic Development has received a request from Gina Holsapple of Gina Marie Music Studio for use of public space to host 2 block parties on Murray Street to be held on Sunday, July 23rd, 2023, and Sunday, August 6, 2023, both from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., as well as a waiver of the noise ordinance. Any questions or concerns on this request? Okay. Could I have a motion? Counselor Burridge and Counselor Gozick.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Item number 8, the Office of Economic Development has received a request from Melissa Schrader for use of public space to host a block party on Saturday, July 1st, 2023, from 1 to 9 p.m. on Heather Way between Jonquil Trail and Thistle Drive. And I had a brief exchange with Councilor Cordino, so I'm going to turn it over to him. He had some concerns with this request.
Thank you, Chair. I did reach out to Melissa on Saturday. We've had a couple parties in that area. I don't know if you're familiar with the area. It's called Trillium near the middle school. Houses are close together. There's several blocks, Thistle, Jacquil, Windsong. Houses are close, as I said. And in the past, when events like this have happened, there were a couple issues that came up. Number one, the neighbors were not informed of what was going on. How would you like to maybe leave in the morning and come back at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and there's a party in your neighborhood that you didn't know about? So when I talked to Melissa, I said, what I need you to do for me to support this and for you to be a good neighbor is to make sure that you notify the neighbors in that 3-4 block area what's going on. Again, that gives them an opportunity to either go away for the day or at least be prepared and not be shocked by all these people partying and all the noise. And she agreed to that. She said no problem, that a week before the event, she will stuff people's mailboxes and let them know what's going on. The second thing was, in previous parties, they had gone till 10 o'clock at night. And this one, as you probably saw in the packet, is ending at 9 o'clock. So that is better than an hour later. But again, I pointed out to her that it's just not the block, those 3 blocks in that Trillium Garden. I also got complaints last year from people on 5th Street. So that's not even in the neighborhood. That's to the west of that. So loud music. This particular band, is it off the reservation or, it's a band that is pretty loud.
Yeah, they can be
They're
quite
pretty loud. So I told her that she needs to maybe expand her notice and hit 5th Street, and she said that she was aware of that as well. So after talking with her, I said, okay, we'll see how this goes, and I will support this once it hits council. But again, I'm concerned about the neighbors, and giving them notice, I think, will help the situation a great deal. Thank you.
Excellent. All right, any other questions or concerns? Okay, could I have a motion, please? Counselor Burridge, Counselor Walker.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burridge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
And item number 9, the Office of Economic Development has received a request from the National Junior Honor Society at the Oswego Middle School to host the Jack Bobbitt Memorial 5K to be held on Saturday, May 20th, 2023, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Any questions or concerns from the council on this one? Great. Could I have a motion, please? Counselor Walker, Counselor Gozick.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burridge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Any other business to come before this committee? Seeing none, I'll take a motion to adjourn. Counselor Burridge, Counselor Gozick.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burridge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
At this time, I'd like to open the Administrative Services Committee meeting for May 1st. Please call the roll.
Counselor Corradino.
Here.
Counselor McBrearty.
Here.
Counselor Hill.
Here.
Counselor Plunkett.
Here.
Counselor Burridge.
Here.
At this time, I want to apologize up front. My voice is not the greatest this evening. I didn't have a voice 2 days ago, so I'm better than I was then. So I'll see if I can make it through this agenda. Please, I'd like a motion to approve the minutes of the April 17, 2023 meeting. Counselor Plunkett, Counselor Burridge.
Counselor Corradino.
Yes.
Counselor McBrearty.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burridge.
Yes.
Any old business? Seeing none. Item number 1, under communication, the Oswego City County Youth Bureau requests authorization for the mayor to sign the annual agreements regarding the youth center, skate park, and youth development state aid. Mr. Chetney?
Hello. So these are annual contracts. 2 of them are what's in the city budget, and the other one is a county contract. The county attorney has reviewed them, or city attorney, I'm sorry, has reviewed them. Both actually have. No changes. So what you have are what he has approved. So they're just annual agreements that looking for your consideration to get the mayor's signature.
Yeah, I believe we saw you last year here, about the same time.
It's an annual thing.
Yeah. Any questions for Mr. Chetney on this one? Seeing none, can I have a motion, please? Counselor McBurney, Counselor Hill.
Counselor Coordino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurney.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 2, Police Chief Phil Cady requests discussion regarding a budget amendment to the Police Department equipment account in the amount of $110,880 for the replacement of 4 administrative vehicles. Chief Cady?
Thank you. As discussed earlier, the department's thrown a little bit of a curveball last month. The school district terminated their contract, their SRO contract for the end of the school year with the school district. So we have to kind of get ahead of this. My plan is we'll be hiring 4 SROs, which doesn't have anything to do with this purchase, but they'll need cars as part of this agreement with the school district. So my plan is to use 3 of the older high mileage administrative vehicles that we have. They'll be given to the SROs. The 4th one will be transferred to the DPW. They need a vehicle for the summer help. So that's why this has been put on the agenda tonight, to start the SRO program, and this is part of it, to have vehicles for it.
All right, thank you. Any questions from the council for the chief, from the public? Seeing none, can I have a motion, please? Counselor Burge, Counselor Plunkett.
Counselor Coordino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurney.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Item 3, Police Chief Phil Cady requests discussion regarding the upgrade and replacement of the department's interview room equipment and permission for the mayor to enter into a 5-year contract with Axion. Chief Cady?
Thank you. Our interview rooms, we have 2 of them, currently have cameras and video recording. It's state mandate, certain felonies, sex offenses have to be recorded, both audio and visually. All interviews that we do in our interview rooms, we use this recording system. It's failing. It's about 12 years old. The audio on it's not working great. This system will be an upgrade. It's also the same company that we have our body cameras through, the body cameras that the officers use. So it'll kind of synchronize everything that we have and make things flow a little bit smoother.
All right. Any questions from the council on this one? From the public? Can I have a motion, please? Counselor Hill, Counselor Plunkett.
Counselor Coordino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurney.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Item 4, Fire Chief Paul S. Canzone requests several intra-departmental transfer of funds in order to cover unexpected fire apparatus repairs. Chief Canzone?
Good evening. So we had 3 of our vehicles, 4 of our vehicles go away for heavy equipment inspection and certification. So they look at the chassis, look at the fire pumps, things like that. Those expenses are more than what we anticipated, so our fund balance is kind of out. So just for some perspective, we've had truck 1, our 2008 ladder truck, our reserve ladder truck. That bill's going to be over $30,000 just to keep it roadworthy for the year. So, so we're just looking to transfer some from some other accounts where we're going to go without buying some equipment this year to pay for that. So that's what this is for.
And according to the documentation that we were given, that total transfer is $49,682.05, correct?
Correct. Yeah. So that'll bring us up to. There's some unknowns for the rest of the year. That'll get that budget up to about $133,000. So I may be back later in the year, but hopefully with some good luck, we'll get these vehicles to last the rest of the year without too much trouble. So,
All right. Any questions for the chief from the council? From the public? Can I have a motion, please? Counselor McBurney, Counselor Hill.
Counselor Coordino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurney.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Item 5, Fire Chief Paul S. Canzone requests multiple transfers of funds in the total amount of $15,923.05 in order to purchase AEDs for the city buildings and to purchase promotional materials. Chief Canzone?
yeah. So with Mayor Barlow's approval, we bought 5 AEDs. One for City Hall, for the common areas of city buildings. So one for City Hall, one for the police department. one for the McRobey Building, one for Wright's Landing, and then one for either the Splash Pad, Brightbeck Park, or International Pier. So those AEDs about $3,300 a piece. We'll be installing them, maintaining them, checking them, changing out the pads and stuff. So this is a good move for the city. This is so anybody that's trained with CPR can grab them and help somebody. So that's all that is. And then the rest of it, 3,500. We've had some trouble recruiting and with retention as well at the fire department, which is sort of unheard of. But we contracted with Kyle Ridlon to do a promotional video for that. So that's what the other money's for.
Just a quick question on those AEDs. You mentioned that you have to be trained in CPR to use one of these. It's not for just anybody?
Yeah, so you should have some training. Once you open up these public access defibrillators, once you open them, they'll kind of guide you through it. So even an untrained person, they'll kind of train you on the fly. So we realized we didn't have any, I think a long time ago we had them in some city buildings. Then they, became no longer usable. So this is a good time to replace them. And we're providing training for any city department that wants it. So we're generating a list now. So any department heads that want their people trained, we're happy to do so.
All right, very good. Any questions for the chief from the council? From the public? Can I have a motion, please? Counselor Hill, Counselor Burridge.
Counselor Corradino.
Yes.
Counselor McBearty.
yes,
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Item 6, the engineering department requests a transfer of funds in the amount of $4,600 from the enterprise fund contingent account to the sanitary sewer contracted service account to cover costs associated with sanitary lateral repairs. Mr. Hindeletter, you're up.
All right. In 2018, on West Utica Street from Hillside to Fifth Ave, we did a sewer rehab project. And what that project was we installed a liner halfway up the block to stabilize the pipe to save the cost of excavating. At some point between then and now, the liner let loose and actually moved. And it dropped about 6 inches down the pipe and blocked 2 laterals when it did so. So we had the option of either digging up the street to get in there and to cut in these laterals or replace them. Or what we decided to do and what this money is for, we piggybacked off an Onondaga County contract to get a trenchless, a excavation-free company to come up where they drive a camera with a saw in and recut those laterals for us. So this cost actually is to cut 3 laterals. We found 2 there and 1 in another spot that was problematic. It was blocking a sewer camera from coming through. We took care of those, and then while they were here, we flushed and cameraed a problematic main on the east side as well to get that documented to try to start coming up with some repairs. So this fee actually covers a full day's worth of work for them. If we had to open cut and excavate, this would have been in excess of $35,000 to do those repairs. So this is a really considerable savings for us to attack these things this way, and I would hope that you'd support it so that we can get it paid.
All right, thank you. Any questions for our city engineer? Yes, Counselor?
Can't we get a guarantee on that liner from the company that put it in?
So, so all those warranties, any of that, are for a year,
It's
unfortunately.
only 1 year? Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately. This is the first one I've heard in a long time actually letting loose and move. Usually the pipes aren't exactly straight, and so when that liner balloons out, it gets itself nice and snug. So I don't know if when it did that, not quite sure how this one actually found its way out, maybe through a past cleaning operation, who knows. But definitely not a typical case. We thought they were missed at first, and then once we got it clean and got the cameras in there, you could actually see both laterals in the camera footage about 6 inches down from where they were supposed to be, and it was actually sticking out in the manhole too.
All right, anybody else from the public? Can I have a motion, please? Counselor Plunkett, Counselor Hill.
Counselor Corradino.
Yes.
Counselor McBearty.
yes,
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Item 7, the engineering department requests a budget amendment to the engineering contracted services account in the amount of $43,000 to cover costs associated with the High Dam hydroelectric facility underwater diving inspection.
So every 5 years, as part of our dam safety program, we're required to do a full underwater inspection of the powerhouse, of the intake structure, of the spillway, all the way around. It's called a hands-on inspection, where a diver swims the entire thing and documents it, and we look for areas of scour or degradation. It's done every 5 years. We adjusted this one because we were trying to line all of our inspections up. For a while, our inspections were staggered, and so we were getting a diver there for different things at different times. And my first year here, we petitioned the FERC to say, can we consolidate these into one so that when the diver's in the water, we get more bang for our buck, and they agreed. So this came up, it's due this year, so we're hoping that this summer, in conjunction with, we have the Toe Scour project, which just came back from bid. We're evaluating that. We'll be bringing that to you guys for approval soon. And so we're gonna have a lot of in-water work, and we wanna try to maximize our time while we have people on site to be able to make sure that everything's good and satisfy our regulators.
All right, very good. Any questions from the council? From the public? Can I have a motion, please? Councilor McBrearty, Councilor Hill.
Counselor Coordino.
Yes.
Counselor McBrearty.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Item number 8, the engineering department requests authorization for the mayor to enter into a joint public safety agreement with Brookfield Power New York Hydro Services LLC for the Varick and High Dam hydroelectric facilities. One more time?
Yeah, so this should be a familiar document. This has come before the council fairly regularly, every year or so. And this is a joint public safety agreement between us and Brookfield due to the 2010 fisherman incident that occurred in the river. And this is a way for us and Brookfield to continue a conversation of how we can keep that area safe for fishermen. What it does is it establishes certain zones and the risk associated with those and what kind of enforcement actions we can do. So the majority of this agreement, which you should have received a copy of, relatively remains unchanged. However, if you're familiar with the area, there is a wall that goes down the middle of the river, down by the switchback. And it's a tricky area because whatever we classify it as will determine how the public uses it. It's actually public property. It's owned by the city of Oswego, and which makes it kind of precarious for us. And what ends up happening is fishermen will wade out, the water will come up, they'll climb up on the wall, and then the water stays up, and now they're stuck on city of Oswego property in the middle of the river, and they have to be rescued. Sometimes it's legitimate that they aren't aware. Other times, fishermen are aware of this, and they know that they can go there, and what will happen is fishermen will retreat to that position and spend the rest of the day fishing, and then sunset comes, they call 911, or they get some help to get someone off the river. And in order to help mitigate that, Brookfield has asked the city different times if we can reclassify that area. And so in this, I think it makes sense from our public safety perspective that we don't have a structural assessment on that wall. We're not sure of its condition. So the main change that is happening in this agreement is that we're changing that area to essentially absolute emergency egress only. That if somebody is on that wall for any other purpose, that we're going to consider that like a trespass and a ticketable offense, that if they're there. And I think it's appropriate from our perspective for risk management and safety that nobody has ever looked at that wall, and if you go look at it now, I'm not sure I'd want to be on it except for in a complete emergency. So I think it makes sense, and we're asking your consideration to authorize the mayor to execute this agreement, and that will allow us to kind of put this to rest and hopefully have a good fishing season.
All right, thank you. Any questions? Yes, Councilor Burge.
What are your plans? Put signs up there?
Yeah, so we would probably push that back for Brookfield. I think we have some signage that's down there, but that would be part of their public safety plan. They manage the signs and things that are in that area as their public safety plan. And so once we have this, we can open that discussion with them that needs to be signed, and we'll update any of the information we have down on the kiosk and make sure that that's communicated of what that area is for. We're in other discussions of how else we can help them enforce our laws, essentially. And we're coming up with some innovative solutions for that, of ways we can help them keep our people safe, but also keep enjoying that.
All right, anybody else on the council with a question from the public? Have a motion, please. Counselor Burge, Counselor Plunkett.
Counselor Cordino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurdy.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Item number 9, Mike Riley, purchasing agent, requests authorization to lock in fixed prices for the supply of natural gas and electricity. Mike is not here today, but I had the opportunity to talk to him this morning in detail about this, and he wanted me to share with you that locking in these fixed prices over the last couple of years has been very beneficial for the city. He's pretty adept at working with the numbers when it comes to our utilities, and he said that we've made out very well. He didn't want to share numbers, but he said we've made out very well by locking in prices on both electricity and gas. And as you know, we use a lot of electricity and gas in the city. So he's, again, asking for authorization to do that, look at these prices and to lock them in where it's feasible. Any questions from the council on this one? From the public? Can I have a motion, please? Councilor McBurdy, Councilor Burge.
Counselor Cordino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurdy.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Item number 10, Timothy Rice, Commissioner of Public Works and Parks and Recreation, requests authorization for the City Chamberlain to complete a transfer of funds to the Water Transmission and Distribution Materials and Supplies account to pay for water meters and accessories. I don't see Commissioner Rice here, but I do see our Deputy Commissioner. Did you want to say anything about this?
No.
So the intent of this is really for us to, at Public Works, is to not have to come back to ask for money so often. We are purchasing water meters for use throughout the city. Our customers come and purchase them from engineering, right? Engineering Codes Office, but they're funded through Transmission and Distribution Materials and Supplies account. In 2001, for example, we rang up a $94,000 bill purchasing meters. That came out of a $195,000 budget line, didn't leave us much money to buy fire hydrants and water valves and other parts we need to fix the water system. Now, that money is recovered as the meters are sold, but we simply can't wait for the money to come back to be able to operate daily. This will allow the Chamberlain to directly refund the money back to the account as we purchase them. We don't have to wait for customers to purchase before we can use the money to buy the materials we need.
And is there a clarification on where the money will be coming from?
Yes.
We'd like to switch the resolution that was prepared here to the staff resolution that we have usually at the beginning of the year to allow the budget amendments as required to purchase them from the water fund.
All right, so it's a budget amendment.
The budget amendment, not the transfer.
Right.
From the water fund, not the water enterprise.
All right, thank you for that clarification. Anybody else have any questions for anybody here on the council? Well, before my voice goes completely gone, can I have a motion then? Counselor Hill, Counselor Plunkett.
Counselor Cordino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurdy.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Thank you, Craig. Is there any other unfinished business? Seeing none, can I have a motion to end this? Counselor Plunkett, Counselor McBurdy.
Counselor Cordino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurdy. Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.